Okay, so today we have Sinead O'Connor, Nothing Compares to You. We got the music video here as well. I don't know if I tried to react to this a while back and it got blocked or what, because I was looking through my Sinead O'Connor reactions and I saw that I have never done this. And I've heard of the song. I mean, the song has been covered so many times. It was originally pinned by Prince, of course, which is another artist I've tried to react to, but those videos were blocked. But anyway, so I'm just surprised that I've never done this. It was something that came to my head and I was like, well, I should do it. I mean, my God. So we're going to try it here anyway. Watch the video. That one might get blocked, but we'll see what happens. Let's get into it. Talk about it after. It's one of Sinead's best known efforts, and finally I'm gonna hear it in full here. Let's go.
It's been 7 hours and 15 days.
My God.
Since you took your love away. I go out every night and sleep all day.
The fluctuations.
Since you took your love away. Since you've been gone, I can do whatever I want. I can see whomever I choose. Eat my dinner in a fancy restaurant, but nothing, I said nothing can take away this blues, 'cause
slow fade. Well, there it is. 5 minutes, 8 seconds. I always say this for longer songs when it really, when it really, means it, I guess, when I actually mean it. But that did not feel like 5 minutes. I mean, I guess just with the video, and like I said off the top, I don't know if the video will be blocked or what, because that can happen with YouTube copyright and such. But watching it here, I mean, it's just Sinead's face. And I didn't even say, I always say at the end, Sinead O'Connor, Nothing Compares to You was the song we just heard. But what a beautiful face she had at this, in this video, especially the black, outfit, whatever you want to say, the black shirt she had on, whatever. It was just her face that you could really pinpoint here. And in the video as well, there's some stairs and such. And what came to my head, which is very weird, it's odd to say, but I had a dream the other night where I was running up and down stairs that looked like that. And that came to my head when I was watching this. I was like, what the hell? I don't know why in my dream, but I was running up and down these cement stairs and there were statues and it was like there was a church as well. And then watching the video, I was like, why does that remind me of my dream? So that just kind of surprised me, or it was just weird to me anyway. But again, I've never seen this video, never listened to this fully. Like I said off the top as well, I wouldn't have been surprised if I had recognized some things. And but honestly, what I really recognized, and maybe it's because I heard it on, I don't know, TikTok or Instagram or something. I did recognize the first couple lines, but the Nothing Compares to You chorus, that did not sound familiar to me in her voice. And just those fluctuations she had in her voice. I mean, again, there's a simple backdrop, or I guess you could say simple backdrop with the video, but there's a simple backbeat as well to the song here. The sweeping strings, though, were just gorgeous. I mean, those were very called for, I would say, too, on a song like this, where it's just about those ethereal strings and those lush strings, as I always like to say, those complement a voice so well, and that's what happens here with Sinead. And but the main point here is it is her voice, and that's why, again, I feel like there's a simplistic feel to the music here. But her voice, I mean, I've been saying it all the time every time I react to Sinead O'Connor. But the last song I reacted to by her back in August, I do believe, which is nuts that I haven't reacted to her since then. But it was Troy, of course. And in that song, she has such a fire to her, and she's talking about her childhood. And you talk here about a song that's not hers, of course. She didn't write the lyrics. She did change some of the lyrics up, though. I do know that from what I've read, specifically, especially about the when she says 15 days. I do believe in Prince's own version when he originally penned it, it was 13 days from what I read, anyway. But just going off of that, with Sinead here, of course, she had gone through pain. She had a tumultuous childhood with her mother. None of that was good. Of course, even in her early adulthood as well, when she got so famous, and it was pretty overwhelming for her, and she ripped up the picture on SNL, of course, and got backlash for that, of course. But so I mean, nothing was really easy for her in her life. She had so much pain. And I was looking at a quote of somebody who reviewed the song, and it just kind of struck me. It was, I forget what it said now, but it was like, there's a lot of pain in her voice, and I think there always will be. Something like that. And yeah, when she sings this, it's coming from a real place. Although, again, she didn't write it. She knows pain, and she knows how to channel that. And when she was looking down, and maybe she's just a good actor or whatever. And, but in the video here, when she's looking down, like in between, the pauses or whatever, before she comes back in, it really looked like she was thinking back to this bad relationship or whatever she was thinking of that, really conjured up all of these emotions. And she looked very sad, obviously. She looked so dejected, and you just believe the words she's singing. And, so yeah, that's the realness to her. There's a real raw feeling to her voice, especially. And from what I saw as well, apparently she did this in basically one take, which is just nuts as well. Okay, Sinead, take it one time, and then here you go. Just like the zigzags in her voice. I said fluctuations earlier, but how she goes from a hushed, and there's that, I don't even know how to say, maybe a crooning, you could say, but there's also a little bit of I don't know if I'd say nasally kind of quality to her voice right off the get-go. but just I just like she's doing like that, but she makes it sound great, not like I just did. But there's just something, a drawl to her maybe, and how she would do that, and as well go to a hush, and then how she would have some more fire, especially into the chorus. I just love how she would, and that's not just on this song. She's done that on quite a few songs I've listened to from her, where again her voice just goes up and down, and she can have more fire, or she can go light, and just her range was incredible. Especially like what, she was 20 something years old, I want to say here. This is 1990. It's just crazy crazy how much talent she had. And I, again, at such a young age, it came so quick for her. And like many have said, that was one of the bad parts, I guess, of her fame, whatever it was just almost overwhelming at that point. She got so much attention. But anyway, like I said, yeah, her voice is pretty much the main ingredient here, and had a fawn over that for a bit there, just to get my point across anyway. But yeah, it's just gorgeous. And like I said at the top, and like I've said a few times now, Prince, from what I saw, he wrote it for one of his side projects. There was a demo of it, and I think in 2018 there was an actual version of his that finally came out, I want to say, was what I was reading. But either way, even Sinead had said one time that it's basically her song, and shout out to her for saying that. I mean, from what I've seen, again, pretty much everyone says that, and that her version is more poignant, more vulnerable, and just more captivating, I guess you could say. It's just nuts. But anyway, and there's also a quote too from what I was seeing where Sinead said she met Prince before, and he was one of the most frightening people she had ever met, and I found that quote interesting as well. So I was just soaking up, I guess, a lot of information. But at the end of the day, the song is just so moving and just so big and just so sad. And although in the lyrics, as we move into those, the lyrics, I mean, there are points where it seems like maybe, well, of course, the relationship was not the best, and these people, I guess that's why they broke up. These people did not really, I guess, match 100% with each other, but still, nothing compares to this person. But I guess every relationship you go through problems, but usually you can stick it out. But let's get into these lyrics now, which are pretty heartfelt. Can you believe that? It's been 7 hours and 15 days since you took your love away. And I like how you start off with, it's been 7 hours, because you're like, 7 hours? Well, this just happened. And then, and 15 days. So saying the hours before the actual days, I feel is pretty, it's grabbing to the listener. And I also feel like 15 days to 7 hours, you can tell they've been counting the hours and how much this breakup has affected them. And you could take that much away from Sinead's voice herself. I mean, my God. Since you took your love away. So I'm guessing the other half here, I guess you'd say the guy or whatever you want to say in this relationship was the one who broke it up. I go out every night and sleep all day. So right there, that's not a good, obviously that's not a good way to live. I guess sleeping all day, going out every night. You just seem to hate life is what comes across to me. Since you took your love away, since you've been gone, I can do whatever I want. And this part here, there's a little bit of freedom, it seems like. I can do whatever I want. I can see whoever I want. I can eat my dinner in a fancy restaurant, but nothing, I said, nothing can take away these blues. I could do these things maybe that you were holding me back from. I mean, that almost comes to my head, but at the same point, I can do whatever I want because I'm alone now. I can do these things and go with whoever I want, but you're the one that I want. And then the chorus, because nothing compares to you. Nothing compares to you. And the repetition of that is just so integral as well, because it hits home twice. And you could tell, again, she ain't lying, that nothing compares to this person. It's not just filler. It's, it's pointing the point home even more. And this is one of those, songs about heartbreak that is just so easy to understand with the lyrics. I mean, there's not really too many big metaphors or whatever the hell, similes. It's pretty easy to see. Nothing compares to you. I miss you. I love you. And now you're gone. Second verse. It's been so lonely without you here. Again, pretty easy, straightforward. About as straightforward as her vocals. Like a bird without a song. You think about a songbird. I think about the songbird song by Oasis. Anyway, nothing can stop these lonely tears from falling. The loneliness, the isolation that this person is feeling. Tell me, baby, where did I go wrong? Where did I go wrong in the relationship? I'll fix it. Come back. Holy moly. She's putting it all on herself, of course. I could put my arms around every boy I see, but they'd only remind me of you. And that's one of the most poignant, heartbreaking lines right there. A couple of lines, I guess you could say. I could have any boy I want, but I don't care. The only one I want is you. Ugh, and I can't have you. I went to the doctor, and guess what he told me? Guess what he told me? I like the repetition there, too, because it makes you wonder more. You're hanging on to her words. He said, girl, you better try to have fun no matter what you do, but he's a fool. Again, she's happy. Not happy, I guess, but she's content, I guess you might say, with going out every night and sleeping all day, because there's no other way to go around this. She does not want to be... She doesn't see happiness in her future without him. And, you know, or fun, you know, how can I have fun when I'm heartbroken, you know, but he's a fool because he doesn't know that nothing compares to you. Oh, my goodness gracious. And then we have the instrumental break. Although, like I said, the voice is the main point here, the sweeping strings, which everything builds up to just a crescendo, and it's just beautiful and gorgeous and hard-hitting. I mean, my God, that is very important too. I don't know what I'm doing with my hands, but we go into the bridge. All the flowers that you planted, mama in the backyard, all died when you went away. I mean, it's just everything. Death comes into play here. It has to. It's dark. I know that living with you, baby, was sometimes hard. And there she goes there, too. Was sometimes hard. Just showing a little bit more that this relationship, and it's no wonder it's over, I guess, that it wasn't always bright and all that, even though now she's saying nothing compares to this person. But I'm willing to give it another try. And when she said that, it's just like, well, that's the understatement of the century. I mean, we just heard her, you know, talk about how much she loves this person and wants them back. Then we had the outro, Nothing Compares to You, repeated on there. And so, yeah, there you go. I have to say it again. I don't know if I tried to react to this a long time ago. Does not ring any bells to me. Because I can't believe I've never done this from Sinead O'Connor, because I've reacted to Sinead O'Connor more than a few times now, and I was looking at my videos and I saw that Nothing Compares to You was not there, and I just didn't understand. So I had to come rectify that and do this finally. And like I said, the intro kind of sounded familiar, but nothing beyond that really did. And like I said too, I've seen people have covered the song so many different times because it's just such a... I mean, it's one of the best heartbreakers you're ever gonna hear, I guess, and it's been so hyped up by so many different people, and the views are nuts as well. So, anyways, but Sinead took it, pretty much made it her own here, and it's beautifully haunting, I guess you could say, in a way. And that video too of just her face the whole way through. What a beautiful face she had, and of course we lost Sinead not too long ago, so. It's just, it really hits harder when you listen to it after she's gone, like I just did, I guess. But anyway, I guess that's all I'm going to say. So thanks for watching. Thanks for liking, subscribing, commenting, all of those different things. And I'll talk to you guys again soon. I never really know how to finish a video after listening to a big, you know, heartbreaker like this. And it's just, and then just saying, all right, bye. But I guess, all right, bye.